Chapter 6, The Virginia Horton Case, Part 5. So Virginia is in the middle of hypnosis, and she's in the garden, and she's describing like the flowers and the pigs and the lizards and all the things in the garden. And then she goes into the barn to get some eggs, and then she felt an itch in her leg, and she reached down to scratch it, and it was still itching. So she pulled up her jeans, and she wasn't looking, and she reached down to keep scratching, and then she noticed that her hands feel all wet, and then she looks, and the hand is covered in blood, and she sees blood all over her leg, and she's really surprised because she didn't know that she was cut, and she was also afraid of blood. And at first she didn't think it was her blood. And then she takes a closer look, and she notices that she has a deep cut, and the bleeding is dripping down into her sock. And she remembers that she has very dark blood. So she goes running to her house, and she tells her mom, "Hey mom, look, I cut myself." And the mom said, "What did you cut yourself with?" And she says that she doesn't know. And the conversation goes like this. The mom says, "Where were you?" And Virginia says, "I just went to the barn to get eggs." And mom says, "Well, didn't you feel it?" And Virginia says, "No, I didn't feel a thing. I don't know with what. I cut myself." And the mother asks, "Is there something sharp in the barn?" And the grandpa says, I don't know anything sharp on the barn." And the grandpa looked at it, and he also asked, "What did you cut yourself with?" And Virginia says that she doesn't know. Like all of a sudden it was bleeding. And grandpa asked, "Does it hurt?" And Virginia says, "No, it doesn't hurt." And they wiped it off with a wet cloth, and they were just staring at it. And Virginia was wondering why it didn't hurt. Her mom put a bandage on it, but it didn't stop the bleeding that well, and it kept bleeding through, and it was itchy.